off the draw. Berkeley brings it in the zone, gets a shot. Goalie gets a piece of that. Cation puts it out front. Panthers send it out of the zone. Judd to Massimiliano. It's knocked back into the Sudbury zone. Belamass goes behind the net. Picks it up. Gets Berkeley. Panthers send it back towards Sudbury. In the neutral zone, Berkeley gets it back. It's in her feet. Ryan Morris picks it up. Morris comes up the sidewall, gets Cation. Cation at the red line, chips it up. Panthers send it back in the Sudbury zone. Iced and waved off. Barsanti leaves that for Judd. Judd fires it up the boards. At the blue line, Perry gets a piece of it. It's knocked back for Judd. Behind the net, Kalen picks it up. And the Panthers come in, put it out front. Belamass gets it back. Gets it up center. Now the Panthers fire it back in their zone. JoJo gets it in the corner, takes it behind the net. Sends it around the other way. Carrington after it. Chips it up. Panthers are in the way, but gets some help from Bella Perry. Perry up to Paris. Paris brings it in the zone. Pass in front for Perry, just couldn't connect. Perry gets the puck in the corner. She's tied up. Paris helping her out. Comes around the other way. The Panthers start to break out with it. Up through the neutral zone. Back check from Perry. Gets that to Paris. But the Panthers bring it back in. Puck goes behind the net. Emma Moore picks it up. Fires that around the corner. The Panthers are there, but in comes JoJo. She gets that back. Chips it up for Paris. Paris centers that for Michaela Cole. Cole takes it in the zone. Chips it down low. Dahlia Belanger gets it back to Michaela Cole. Cole puts it out front, cleared away by the Panthers, but Dahlia sends it back to the point. Rowan Frood fires a shot. Goalie makes a glove save. Panthers start to break out with it off the draw. They bring it in the Sudbury zone. Gibbs stops her at the blue line, takes the puck behind the net, hits the brakes. She's tied up, gets some help from Dahlia. Dahlia fires that around. Rowan Frood gets it in the corner. Frood takes up the sidewall, centers that, gets it out of the zone. The Panthers send it back in, hands up for icing, and icing is called. Morris on the draw, Cation on the wing with Patura, Massimiliano and Judd on the point. Puck comes in the corner. Bella keeps it in, Cation gets a piece of it. The Panthers send it all the way down for another icing. Panthers take it behind the net, chip it up. Gets into the neutral zone. Belamass picks it up. Bella takes it in the corner, behind the net. Up the boards for Cation. She's tied up. Getting some help now from Massimiliano. Puck comes out front. Shot blocked by Judd. Panthers send it in the corner. Judd ties up in the corner, chips the puck up, and goes for a little skate. Sends that cross ice to Ella Cation. Cation gets a piece of it, brings it into the zone. Her shot hits a skate. Panthers get it in the corner. They send it cross ice. Cation knocks that down. Now the Panthers send it back up again to the neutral zone. Pressure from the Wolves, and JoJo gets the puck back into the zone. Fires the puck on net. Goalie sends that in the corner. Pressure from Cation. Perry gets a piece of it, but it comes back for Emma Moore. Orzi chips that in. Cleared out by the Panthers. JoJo's there, so it won't be icing. JoJo plays that up for Michaela Paris. Paris chips it up, gets some help from Bella Perry. Puck bounces, and the Panthers send it behind the net. Emma Moore gets there first, reverses, up for Paris. Paris chips it up, gets that to Perry. Perry takes it over the blue line, cross ice to Carrington. Carrington takes it in the zone, hits the brakes in the corner, gets that to Perry. Paris gets a shot, it's in! It was in. Michaela Paris from Bella Perry and Carrington Palisade to put Lady Wolves up 1-0 out here in Aurora, Ontario, home of the Central York Panthers. You can see their logo at center ice. All right. Dahlia on the draw. She's got Cole and Lontang on the wings. Frood with the puck right now. Chips it out of the zone to Cole, to Belanger. Dahlia into the corner. Behind the net. Puck comes out. 1-on-1 the other way at the back checker. And then Barsanti plays it. But we're going to get an interference call here. Or hooking, but all right. Either way, power play coming up for Central York. 10 minutes left in the game, in the first period, sorry. 1-0 Lady Wolves. Power play for Central York for 2 minutes. Off the draw, everyone's tied up. Gibbs gets the puck. It bounces out front though. Barsanti makes a save. The puck goes behind the net. Massimiliano chips it up. On the sidewall, Paris chips it over the blue line. No, sorry, that's Lontang. Izzy gets that over the blue line. Now the Panthers bring it back in the zone. Into the corner, they hit the brakes. They get it back to the point. Shot fired, that goes wide. Rebound picked up, it's loose out front. Panthers get the puck, they get a shot. Barsanti with a big save. Puck's loose in the corner now. Panthers try to get that out front. It's sent back into the corner. Gibbs fires it up the boards. All the way down the ice it goes. Pressure from Izzy, forcing the Panthers in their own zone. In comes Ryan Morris to put the puck in the Panthers' corner. Morris all tied up. That could be easy hook and call there. Nothing happening in Central York. Now the Panthers start to break out with it, get up into the neutral zone, into Sudbury territory, they dump it in the zone. Emma Moore gets it behind the net. Now the Panthers pick it back up. Panthers pass it out front, couldn't connect, everyone's all tied up. Now in the corner, Judd ties up in the corner, gets the puck back for the Wolves, off the boards, all the way down. Panthers netminder plays it back for their player. Pressure from Morris. Puck is still in the Panther zone. Now Allegation with some pressure. Into the neutral zone it goes. And the Panthers gain the blue line and chip it in. Behind the net, Emma Moore gets it, fires it all the way down. Hands up for an icing because the penalty literally just expired as she iced it. It is what it is. Back to 5-on-5. Off the draw, we get it out to Ryan Morris from Gation into the zone. Morris cuts to the center, tries to get a shot. She gets hooked the whole way in, no call there. Gation battles in the corner, Morris helping her out. Puck comes around the other way. Berkeley with some pressure, but the puck gets out of the zone and JoJo's there for it. JoJo fires it up in the neutral zone. The Panthers though pick it up, bring it back in. Pressure from Morris, gets the puck to JoJo. Behind the net. Gibbs fires it up center. Panthers pick it up. Into the corner. Panthers with possession, try a wrap round. Barsanti shuts the door. But the Panthers keep it in at the blue line. Down low, Jojo works that behind the net, gets that to Addy. Addy fires that around, out of the zone. Rolling puck won't make it all the way. The Panthers play it. Pressure from Berkeley. And Bella Perry, the puck comes back to Bella Mass. Bella Mass to Kalen. Kalen up for Berkeley. Out on the sidewall, puck comes back into the zone, and Bella Massimiliano gets there first. Fires that up for Bella Perry. Ref is in the way. Perry gets a piece of it. And in comes Carrington. Carrington cross ice to Michaela Paris. We bring that in. Paris in the corner. Panthers get it back. Pressure from Perry. Forces the puck around, and it's picked up by Bella Mass. She chips that into the zone. Paris gets there. Judd pinches, keeps that in. Behind the net, Perry after it. She ties up. It's taken out, keeps the battle going. Paris helping her out. Puck comes out in the corner. Carrington's after it now. Paris helping her. Ref gets in the way. Puck comes up center, and the Panthers head out with it. Into our zone, they fire a shot. Barsanti makes a save. Rebounds. At the goal line, Judd shuts the door. Sends the puck away. Now Paris battles. Gets some help from Perry. Perry tries to chip that up. The Panthers keep it in. Judd sends that away. Penalty coming up here for a trip. I didn't see that. Power play again for the Panthers out in Central York. Off the draw, the Panthers bring it in. Can't get a shot. Behind the net, they pick it up. Izzy gets a piece of that pass. Puck goes in the corner now, and Frood is there. No, sorry, Emma Moore. Emma Moore chips that up. Panthers are there to keep it in. Battle from Belanger. Moore blocks a shot. Belanger after it on the sidewall now. Still in that penalty kill. Belanger ties up on the sidewall. She's double teamed. The Panthers come out with it. Pass in front. Barsanti makes a save. Rebound cleared out by Frood. Or Moore, sorry, Emma Moore clears that. Get it right eventually. Dalia Belanger keeping the puck in the Panthers' territory. Panthers start to break out with it. They ice the puck. And we'll get a face-off in their zone. And I can't see the scoreboard from where I am. I can see it, but I can't see the numbers on it. So not sure how much time's left in the penalty. Looks like 1:09 in the penalty, 4.5 minutes in the period. Morris up front with Cole. Gibbs on the point with Adjuze. Panthers send it in the zone off a player. Ice and waved off. Jojo gets there, picks it up, fires it up the boards, kept it at the blue line. Panthers send that back in the zone. Addie gets there in the corner, picks up the loose puck, pins the puck on the boards. She's getting double teamed. She keeps the battle going, but the Panthers come out with it, take it behind the net. In the corner now with it. Panthers send that behind the net. They pick it up, come out the other side, pass in front. They get a shot. That goes in the corner. Tie up on the sidewall. Panthers come out with it. They get a shot. They find the back of the net. Power play goal. Ties the game 1-1. Puck's at center ice. Berkeley picks it up, takes it in the zone. Behind the net, ties up. Gets some help from Gation. Panthers head out the other way with it. Cross ice pass. Chip it into the zone. Morris blocks that. It's picked up by Gaish. She heads out with it. Hands it off to Berkeley. Berkeley gets the blue line. Fires that in front. Gation's after it. Sends it back to Berkeley. Battle in the corner. Gation puts it out front. Panthers send it all the way down. Nope. Kalen gets a stick on it at the red line. Gets it back up to Berkeley. Now getting some help from Kalen. In Berkeley's feet. Should be offside. There we go. Now Bella Perry gets the loose puck. Takes it in the zone. Oh, her shot just misses. Paris gets the puck, sends it back to Moore. Moore sends that towards the net. Bella Perry picks up loose puck. Behind the net with it. Tries to get that out front. The Panthers in the way. They chip that up. Frood gets a piece of it, but it gets over the blue line. Panthers enter our zone. Get a puck in front. Layla picks it up with her glove. All right, puck's dropped. There's only a couple seconds left in the period. Oh, sorry. There's 2 minutes left in the period. Icing called. All right, off the draw, it's back to the point. They go D to D. Shot gets blocked in front. Carrington picks up the loose puck. Fires it off the boards, out of the zone. Panthers get it back in. Now JoJo to Addie. Addie off the boards into Panther territory. Paris with some pressure. Panthers send it around the other way. JoJo pinching. She gets that in the zone. Panthers send it back up. Izzy gets a piece of it, and it's back for Cole. Cole to Gibbs. Gibbs to Lontang. Chip up. Panthers are in the way. They send it back to JoJo. Cross ice pass to Addie. Addie chips it off the boards. And Michaela Cole gets that into the zone. Gets some help from Izzy. She tries to get that to Belanger, sorry. Belanger's all tied up. Now Cole gets it back to Gibbs. Gibbs gets that into the zone. Pressure from Belanger. Loose puck. Cole helping her out. Puck comes up the side. The Panthers pick it up. Start to head into Sudbury territory. Puck goes behind the net. Bellemas gets there. Fires up the boards. Cole picks it up. Centers that for Belanger. Belanger through the neutral zone. Chips it up into the Panther territory. Pressure from Lontang. Now the Panthers head up the other way. In comes Morris. Morris gets it, trying to get that out front. Walks out with it. Comes back. Tries a wraparound. Cleared out by the Panthers. Bellemas keeps that in. Her shot blocked in front. Izzy puts the rebound out front, but it's cleared out by the Panthers for an icing. And in the end of the period. Oh, tied up at 1 after 1 period. action. Panthers get the puck into the zone off the draw, but Judd picks it back up for the Wolves. Fires it into the neutral zone, pressure from Morris, and then Berkeley sends it deep into Panther territory. The Panthers get the puck back, start to break out with it. Get that cross ice. Judd gets it back. Gation picks it up, chips it into the zone. Panthers send that cross ice. Pick it up in the neutral zone. Back check from Morris, slows her down. Now in the corner. Loose puck, played by the Panthers, cleared away by Morris. Now Berkeley sends that down low. Judd gets there, fires that up, hands up for an icing. And we'll get a line change going on that. Okay, off the draw, Gibbs sends that up the boards. Panthers send that back down low. Perry ties her up, gets some help from Paris. Paris kicks it up to the blue line. Panthers keep it in. Battle at the blue line. The Panthers bring it in and fire a shot at net, scooped up by Barsanti. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Layla. Frood gets the puck off the draw, takes it in the corner. Puck comes out front. It's loose at the face-off dot. The Panthers pick it up, send it back to the point. Slap shot blocked by Carrington. Rebound sent in and cleared out. Now on the sidewall, behind the net. Frood chips it up. Harris gets a piece of it, and the Panthers are able to keep it in. Holy cow. Cross-check is called. Wow, soft call. All right, back on the penalty kill. Shot blocked in front. Sent in the corner. Now Dahlia slaps that all the way down the ice. Behind the net, pressure from Izzy. Tying her up. Puck goes in the corner. Pressure still going. Now Belanger in the mix. And the Panthers pick it up. Enter the zone. Offside. No call there. Get it in the corner. Moore stops her there, ties up in the corner, fires it hard off the boards, out of the zone. Izzy going down for some pressure. Ties her up in the corner. Panthers, though, get the puck back and start head out with it. In the neutral zone, they re-enter Sudbury territory. Get a shot, that goes wide. Michaela Cole gets the rebound, fires it off the boards and out. Dahlia going in for some pressure. Now Michaela Cole slowing her down at the blue line. Shot, saved by Barsanti. 30 seconds to go in the penalty, 11.5 minutes in the period. We'll get Morris up front with Cole, Massimiliano on the point with Judd. Morris wins the draw, takes the puck out of the zone, enters Panther territory, gets hooked and slashed the whole way, no call. Now the Panthers send it out, but Cole gets a stick on that, slowing her down. Cole brings that back in the zone, gets that to Morris. Morris gets a shot, it's in! Short-handed goal for Ryan Morris from Michaela Cole. Puts the Lady Wolves up 2-1 on the penalty kill. So still 7 seconds left in the penalty. Irrigation out with Patura. Puck's back in our zone. Judd gets there, fires it up. Back in goes. Puck comes out, picked up by Berkeley, and off she goes. Gets the red line, fires it in the zone. And Gation's after it behind the net. Panthers pick it up, start to break out with it. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Panthers get that in the zone, but Gation gets that to Berkeley. Berkeley tries to find Perry. Just couldn't get a handle on it, but they get it back into the Panther zone. It's knocked back to Gation. Fires that into the zone again. Panthers chip it out, but Gibbs is there in the neutral zone. Gibbs cross ice to Michaela Paris. Paris turns and chips it into the zone. Panthers get it at the blue line. They chip it out, and Gibbs is there. Addie fires that up to Gation. Gation gets a shot, just a little high. Battle continues. Now the Panthers send it behind the net. Panthers fire that up the boards into the neutral zone. Re-enters Sudbury territory, shot blocked by Gibbs, and she gets the rebound. The loose puck, I should say. Panthers, though, send it back to the point, deflect a shot. Loose puck picked up by Carrington. Bella Perry broke her stick, it looks like. And Carrington gets it into the zone, gets some offside called on a questionable call. Belanger on the draw. She's got Izzy and Michaela on the wings. Jojo on the point with Emma. Jojo chips the puck up. Izzy working at it. Back for Jojo. Now Belanger gets that to Lontang. Centers that for Cole. She gets the red line, chips that into the zone on net, forcing the goalie to cover it. We'll get a face-off to the left of the goaltender. All right, off the draw, everyone's all tied up. Panthers get the puck over the blue line, over the red, into our zone. Back check from Lontang, gets the puck. Now Emma Moore chips that up for Cole. Gets stuck in her feet. Belanger helps her out. And then Dahlia takes that out of the zone. Dahlia into Panther territory, takes it wide, gets in there, gets a shot, top corner! Dahlia Belanger, 3-1 Sudbury Lady Wolves. Even strength goal. And we get some fresh skaters. Out comes Matt and Judd on the point. Morris on the draw. Gaish up front with Burke. The Panthers get it off the draw. They chip it into our zone. Bella Mass picks that up. Fires that around for Gation. Gets some help from Judd. Panthers send it back down low. Bella Mass plays the bounce. Gets it to Kalen. Oh, a ref kicks it over out front for the Panthers. Panthers with possession. Now everyone's all tied up. And Bella clears the puck away for Berkeley. Berkeley gets it back to Bella. Bella chips that up. Judd blocks the shot. The Panthers get it back on the side. Barsanti makes a save. Seven and a half minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Wolves. All right, shots fired, saved. Loose puck behind the net. Frood after it. Frood's on the point with Gibbs. We got the triple P line up front. Back and forth behind the net it goes. Now Frood gets it in the corner, takes it out of the zone. Gets taken out, no call there despite all the calls against us. Gibbs gets it back. Takes it wide, chips it off the boards. No way, that's not, they could have played that. It went under her stick. That's a face-off at center, but not in Aurora. Off the draw, Gibbs gets it, chips that up. Perry picks it up, gets caught in some feet, and it's back for Addie. She gets it off the boards for Carrington. Carrington cross to Paris. Michaela takes that into the zone, drops it back. Rowan Fruit fires that in front. Panthers send it in the corner. It just comes out to the neutral zone. Gibbs picks it up. Chips that up into the neutral zone. Gets it up for Perry. Perry takes it in, gets a shot. That's blocked. Paris gets the loose puck, puts that out front. Hits a skate. It's into the corner. Izzy's there to help out. She sends that back to Emma Moore. Moore gets a shot blocked in front. Panthers head out with it, but Moore stops it at the red line. Panthers pick it back up and send it deep in the zone. Jojo fires it up the boards, just out of the reach of Izzy. Hands up for an icing. Wow. Icing called, even though the player could have got it again. Emma Moore fires that around for Michaela Cole. Cole takes that behind the net, gets it back to Emma. Emma gets that up for Izzy. Izzy in the neutral zone, gets the red line, chips it up, brings it into the zone. It's knocked back, and Jojo's there for it now. Emma chips it into the zone. The ref is in the way as per usual. Michaela Cole and Emma working at it in front of our bench. And the whistle goes. Face off inside. It's in some feet. Cole chips it up. Panthers send it into the corner. Puck comes out off some feet. Bella Mass gets it back. Off the boards for Izzy. She's back into the zone with it. Into the corner. Behind the net. Next corner. Drops that for Kaylin. Kaylin gets that down low for Dahlia. It's knocked away, and the Panthers head up center with it. Back into our zone, shot, glove save. Off the draw, they get a shot. Barsanti with the save. That's a slash. All right, someone lost a ponytail. The ref's got that. Gation's tying her up on the sidewall. Puck comes back for Judd. She goes for a low skate. Takes it into the zone. Behind the net. Over for Berkeley. Berkeley sends it back down low. Panthers pick it up and start to break out with it. Bella Mass gets there for the Wolves. Whoa! She gets taken out. No call there. If it would have been us, though, that would have been a call. Now around for Gation. Panthers keep that in. Behind the net, Judd gets there. Picks it up off the boards. Panthers play the bounce, get a shot that goes wide. Now Judd chips it up center, gets the blue line. The Panthers keep it in. And Barsanti sends it over for Bella Mass. She chips it up center. Ryan Morris picks it up, goes for a skate. Into the Panther zone. Into the corner, behind the net. Gets that to Gibbs. She sends that down low. Gation's working at it. Gation gets it out front. Paris gets a shot. Goalie makes a save. Whistle goes. All right, Perry on the draw, gets that back for Gibbs, but knocked away by the Panthers. Breakaway. 2-2 game in the second period. To draw it. Carrington sends it in the zone, but the two centers' helmets were connected. So ref blew it down. I think we'll get another face-off at center. Or no, we'll have it just at the blue line. Paris chips it in. Palizade puts it deeper. Michaela gets in the corner, over for Carrington, back for Michaela. Behind the net now. Carrington gets a piece of it on the side. It's back now for Frood. She fires a shot that's deflected behind the net. Panthers chip it up from the corner. Paris keeps that in. Now Perry behind the net working at it, tying her up. Comes out with the puck. Trying to get that out front. She's all tied up, though. The Panthers start to break out with it. Nice back check from Paris. Shot on net, steered away by Barsanti. In the corner, Frood ties up, and Perry gets loose puck. Perry dodges the player, comes up center with it. She's off to the races. Into the zone, though. The Panthers get in the way. Carrington on the back check, slowing him down. Michaela gets a piece of that one. Panthers send that behind the net for JoJo. She gets it up for Carrington. Carrington takes it wide, gets the red line, dumps it into the zone. Dahlia's after it in the corner. She's squeezed off the puck, gets some help from Michaela Cole, but the puck comes out of the zone. Panthers get a shot. Barsanti with a save. Rebound cleared away by Izzy. Dahlia gets a loose puck. Gets that to Michaela Cole. Cole brings it into the zone. Fires her shot just a little wide into the corner. Izzy gets there. Get it to Michaela Cole helping out in the corner. 2-on-2 battle. Puck comes out. Bounces over the blue line. Emma Moore gets it back at the red line. Panthers get possession, take it into the zone. Fire it around. Michaela Cole sends that back behind the net. Panthers get there first, cut out front with it. Barsanti makes a save. Yeah, off the draw in the corner, Bella Mask chips it up. Panthers keep that in. Morris and Patura are working at it. Puck comes out, Bella gets it. Off the boards for Kaylin. Kaylin fires it up center for Ryan Morris. Breakaway pass. Morris, nice little move, rebound. Pass out front, it's loose. Gation with the shot. Rebound into the corner. Now Morris with the battle. Getting some help from Gation. Patura supporting. Battle's going. Gation gets that out front, but the whistle goes for the end of the period. All tied up at 2 after 2. We'll get a flood here and be back for some third period action. third period action out in Aurora, Ontario. Lady Wolves up 3-2 with 15 minutes to go in this third period. Perry, Paize, and Paris up front to start us off. Frood and Moore on the points. Puck is back in our zone to start us off. Bella Perry gets that back. Skates it up into the neutral zone. Sends that back to Frood. Frood cross ice pass, intercepted. Panthers on the sidewall, get a shot. Barsanti makes a save. We'll get a face-off in our zone. Off the draw, the Panthers get it, walk out, get a shot. That's saved by Barsanti. Massimiliano clears the puck up the boards. Michaela Cole picks that up, chips it up. Couldn't get a handle on it though. From Belanger, it's sent out the other way. Panthers send that into our zone. Bella gets there, up for Michaela Cole. She's tied up on the sidewall. She's got a battle going on. Support from Belanger. And Dahlia comes out with it. Dahlia sends it up to Michaela. Cole centers that for Dahlia. It's back for Michaela. She chips that up for Dahlia. Dahlia gets it, brings it into the zone, gets hooked, no call. And now it's back for Bellemas. Cross ice. The Panthers get it back to the neutral zone. Michaela Cole ties her up. On the sidewall, gets some help from Kaylin. And Michaela Cole comes out with it. Panthers keep it in the zone. In the corner, Dahlia ties her up, getting some help from Izzy. Down low, Judd's turn. She kicks that over for Dahlia. Dahlia chips that off the boards and out. Hands up for an icing. Icing called. We get a line change. Out comes Pertura and Gation on the wings. Morris on the draw. Moore and Adjuse on the point. And of course, Barsanti in net. About 13 minutes to go in regulation. 3-2 Lady Wolves. Emma Moore fires up the boards off the draw. Berkeley chips that out of the zone. Panthers send it back in. Jojo gets it over to Ryan Morris. Morris takes it behind the net, up the side, cuts up center, takes it wide. Gets taken out. They're going to call that one finally. Interference is the call. Face off in the Panther territory. Okay, off the draw, Gation and Morris tie up, get a shot, glove save. Off the draw, Jojo pinches in, gets some help from Gation. Now it's back for Jojo. She's got some space, walks in a bit, hands it off to Berkeley. Berkeley back for Emma Moore. Emma Moore down low for Berkeley. Gets that in front. Morris tied up. Comes back for Emma. Emma chips it down low for Ryan. She gets bumped off the puck. No call and sent all the way out. Now Jojo picks up behind the net. Fires it up for Gation. Gation centers that for Morris. Morris takes that into the zone. Behind the net, cleared out by the Panthers. Layla plays that for Emma. Emma picks it up, turns, chips it up center for Berkeley. Gets that to the Panthers. Now Emma gets it back to Burke. Burke gets hooked the whole way in, no call, surprise. Battle at the blue line. Gation working at it. Comes back for Emma Moore. She sends that over for Rowan Frood. Now across to Bella Perry into the zone. Panthers fire that all the way down. Behind the net, the Panthers get their first. Frood ties her up, and Bella Perry picks up the loose puck. Bella behind the net, skates up the side, sends that cross ice for Carrington, just out of her reach. Icing will be called. About 12 seconds to go in our power play. And that behind into the corner. Frood picks it up, sends that around for Carrington. Carrington chips it up center. Perry to Paris. Panthers are in the way, and we're back to 5-on-5. Rowan picks up the puck, over for Bella Mass, up center for Bella Perry. Perry gets the blue line, fires a shot, glove save. All right, 3-2 for the Wolves, about 10 minutes to go in regulation. Rowan and Bella on the point. Bella Perry on the draw with Kayla and Carrington. Panthers get it off the draw, chip it up. Start to break out with it. Carrington gets in the way, gets some help from Perry, but the Panthers get it back into our zone. In the corner, Bella Mass ties up. She's double teamed, and Bella Perry helping her out. Puck comes out front. Carrington picks it up. Carrington bounces it off the boards. Gets it into the zone. Paris to Palizé. Palizé's shot goes off a skate behind the net. Paris gets there. Panthers chip that up. At the red line, Judd picks it up, hands it off for Dahlia. Dahlia takes it into the zone. Shot hits his shin pad. Judd puts the puck deep into the zone, follows it up. Ties up behind the net. Kicks it out. Gets a wraparound. Goalie shuts the door. Lontang working at it. Lontang comes out with it. She tries to get that to the point, but the Panthers get in the way. Izzy on the back check, forces it back. Barsanti's going to hang on to that. Puck bounced off the backboards in front of the net. Settle it down. Off the draw. Interference! Interference! Holy. All right. Panthers get the puck back in our zone. Bella Mass stops him in front of the net. Sends the puck behind for Dahlia. Dahlia comes out with it, hands it off to Cole. Cole gets a piece of it. Panthers send it back into our zone, cleared out by Emma Moore. Panthers pick it back up, chip it in the zone. Morsey takes it behind the net. Up for Cole. Cole's tied up on the sidewall. Moore helps her out, gets the puck out. Panthers get it back in the neutral zone. Knocked away by Belanger. Panthers send it back in, but Bella Mass picks it up now. Bella off the boards for Ryan Morris. Morris chips it up. It's knocked back now for Emma Moore. Panthers get the puck in the corner. Pass out front. One-timer from the point. Can't get anything on it. Now Gation stops him at the blue line. Gets the puck out for Ryan Morris. Morris takes it into the zone. Gets a shot. The goalie hangs on to that. Back to the point. Gibbs shot blocked in front. Gation's after it. She's tying up. It's back now for Emma Moore. Or sorry, that's Rowan Frood. Frood battles, gets help from Gation, gets some help from Morris. Now we're going to get a penalty. Interference is called. Power play for Panthers. Been saying that all night. Panthers get a shot off the draw. Layla makes a save. We'll get Perry on the draw. Palize on the wing. Frood, Gibbs on the point. Off the draw, everyone's tied up. Frood chips that away. It's kept in at the blue line. Panthers on the side with it now in the corner. Gibbs ties up, puck comes out front. Barsanti sends that away, and Perry picks it up. Perry comes out with it into the Panther territory, fires a shot, goalie makes a save, but not a bad penalty kill so far. Panthers get the rebound and head up center with it, take it into the zone. Addie ties her up in the corner now. Behind the net, pass out front, intercepted by Gibbs. Tries to get that out, shot, fired, blocked, cleared out by Carrington. Panthers fire that all the way down. It's picked up by Judge. She fires that back into the Panther territory. Panthers send across ice into the neutral zone. Pressure from Paris. Now Lontang. And that's cleared away by Judd. In the corner, the Panthers send that down low. Puck comes out front. They get a shot. Barsanti makes a save. Rebound goes behind the net. Puck comes out front now at the blue line. Panthers keep it in. Judd gets it behind the net, fires it up the boards and out of the zone. Paris at the neutral zone, chips that up and picked up by Izzy. Izzy gets a shot, glove save. We'll get a face-off in the Panthers' territory. Okay, 15 seconds to go in the penalty. About 6 minutes to go in the period. Panthers get the puck back into our zone. Take it behind the net. Send it back to the point. Get a shot. That's blocked by JoJo. And then Kalen picks up the loose puck. Sends it up center for Dahlia. Dahlia gets it in the zone. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Call that, ref. 2 teams. JoJo battles hard. Comes out with it. Gets a shot, rebounds loose. All right, off the draw, in the corner, behind the net. All right, Morris brings it in the zone, kicks it up, sends it back to the point. Bella gets it, goes D to D to Emma Moore. Moore gets a shot, deflected, it's in from Allegation. There we go, Lady Wolves, 4-2. 4.5 minutes left in regulation. Okay, off the draw, Carrington takes it into the zone. Sends that down low. Panthers get it in the corner, chip it up. In the neutral zone, pressure, but they get it back into Sudbury territory. Oh, Barsanti makes a stop, clears the puck away. Paris with some pressure, but it's back to the point. Shots fired, deflected. Barsanti kicks out the pad, makes a save at the last second. Puck is out front now. The Panthers send that cross ice shot, glove save, and Barsanti settles things down. Right off the draw, behind the net, Frood to Gibbs. Gibbs goes for a skate, then sends that cross ice for Cole. She chips that into the Panthers' territory. Won't make it icing. Panthers chip it up. Pressure from Izzy. Keeps it in, but now the Panthers start to break out with it. In the neutral zone, they enter Sudbury territory. Frood keeps her outside. Pass in front. Everyone's all tied up. Puck is picked up by the Panthers. They keep it in at the blue line. Gibbs working at it in the corner. She's double teamed. The Panthers come out with it. Shot blocked by Belanger. Gibbs gets a loose puck. Panthers try to pull the goalie, but we get possession back, so the goalie heads back to the net. We've got 3 minutes left in regulation time. 4-2 Lady Wolves. Now the goalie's pulled. 6-on-5. Glove save from Barsanti. So 6-on-5, just under 3 minutes to go in regulation. 4-2, Lady Wolves. Panthers get a shot. Barsanti makes a save. Rebound comes out. Panthers send it back out front, cleared away. Now Morris chips it up the boards. Panthers can't keep that in. They can't call that icing either. Gation's after it. Gation gets there. Panthers block her shot. She keeps the battle going. Gets some help from Morris. Panthers pick it up and start to break out with it. Sudbury slows them down at the blue line, forcing them to dump it in. And then Judd gets up behind the net, fires it up the boards, out of the zone. We'll get a face-off in front of the Sudbury bench. Puck went off the Panther into our bench. All right, 6-on-5. Puck's back in our zone. Judd fires it up center. Panthers get it. Now they chip it up center. There you go. Gation stops her at the blue line, gets tripped up, and then JoJo sends it out. Panthers pick it back up, start to enter the zone, or enter the neutral zone, now in Sudbury territory. Judd knocks that into the corner. Gation chips it up the board, Berkeley chips it up the boards. Gation on the sidewall. Can't help from Morris. Puck comes out. Judd has her tied up in front on the sidewall now. Berkeley working at it. Chipped up, kept in by the Panthers. Now Gation gets in the high slot. Kept in at the blue line. They get a shot. Barsanti with the save. Judd fires it up the boards. Gation gets there. Gets it over for JoJo. JoJo gets it over the blue line. Gation picks it up and hands it off to JoJo. JoJo chips that into the zone. And now it's back for JoJo. She chips that back in the zone, but it's deflected out of bounds. We'll get a face-off at the blue line. About a minute left in regulation time. Goalie's going back in net for the Panthers, 5-on-5. Off the draw, Panthers pick it up, chip it into the Sudbury territory. Bella Mass gets there. Behind the net, around for Emma Moore. Emma Moore reverses in the corner, sends out behind the net for Bella Mass. Goalie leaves the nets. 6-on-5, Bella Mass with possession in our zone. Gets out to Emma Moore. Emma Moore, back to Bella, back to Emma. Now Michaela Parrish chips that over the blue line. Carrington's after it. Carrington gets there, fires it on net, gets the empty net, spins herself around so she doesn't fly into the boards. 5-2 Lady Wolves. 25 seconds to go in regulation. Okay, Paris, Paise, and Perry up front. Moore on the point with Massimiliano. Paris gets the puck off the draw, gets the red line, dumps it in. They chip it out. Perry and Paise work at it, gets Emma Moore. Moorsey chips that in the zone. Seconds counting down. Hear the buzzer any time now. Panthers try to break out. Paris stops her. Bench is getting loud. And that's the end of the game. 5-2 victory for Lady Wolves. Good redemption after the 1-0 loss we faced against this team at home last weekend. So thanks again for everyone tuning in. Now it's time to go watch the Blue Jays game. Go Jays, go.